All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones to learn his truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, They Want You Dead. All right. It's going to be entitled, They Want You Dead. Now, I got aspires to do this lesson because this video that I'm getting ready to play for you all. And within this video, you're going to hear this guy right here speak. And he's going to speak about how the U.S. is in heavy debt. He's going to speak about how broke they are and one of the ways that they're going to try to get the money back for all of their troubles. All right. And he says one of the ways that they plan on getting the money back is by poisoning the people. Point blank, period. All right. He's going to speak about how they're poisoning the food, the water, the air. All right. Everything that you pretty much get yourself involved in when it comes to those areas, you know, slowly but surely killing you. All right. And they want this to happen. So then that way you can be perished by the age of 65. And then you can keep going to the doctors over and over and over and over again, giving them their money. And by the time that happens, they can make a certain amount of money. I believe he said they could probably get around like $5.1 trillion if this plan actually works. All right. But we already know that's not going to happen. America is going to be forever in debt to the point where the Most High is going to completely destroy this place. This place will never heal. It's not going to heal. All right. So actually, let's start off with that scripture real quick. Let's start off with that scripture real quick. We're going to get Habakkuk. Let's see if it pops up like this. No, it didn't. All right, hold on. So let's get Habakkuk chapter 2. And then let's start at let's go to verse 6. Well, let's start at verse 5. It says, Actually, no, let's start at verse 4. It says, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keeper at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. All right. He's neither keeper at home. Esau, the wicked, is always on the move, always getting his hands into some dirt. All right. And hell and death is with him. All right. And he can never be satisfied. He has everything in the world, but he still wants it all. All right. Like we always say, he could get it to the point where there's only 20 Edomites left. And within those 20 Edomites, even they will come up with some type of fire plan to get rid of each other. So then only one person can rule the whole earth by themselves. That's how greedy Esau is. That's how evil he really is. Then it says, But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. This thick clay right here in the Hebrew, it means heavy debt. All right. And that's exactly what America is in. America is in heavy debt. There are trillions of dollars in debt. Trillions of dollars in debt. All right. And they have increased, and which is not his, because they came over here and stole the land from the natives. And they put you Negroes to work along with you Latinos. All right. You all were over here, too. All right. They stole the land. They put you all to work, made you all slaves, made you all build up his kingdom. And now he's over here living deliciously off of it until this very day. All right. But now things are happening in the earth where the Most High is slowly but surely getting rid of his place. And now America is in heavy debt. All right. And one of the reasons why is because they're moving themselves to this digital system. All right. The physical money is getting ready to disappear. And that's going to be their way to get things back on track. All right. They're going to say everything can get back to normal if we get to this digital system and every single one of you all take that chip. That's what they're aiming for. But we already know that it's not going to work. All right. So let's go back to this video. Then we're going to play it as usual. All right. And then we're going to grab some more scriptures. So let's go ahead and get into it.
The U.S. government is quite aware that they're basically bankrupt or insolvent, and they can't keep this game going much longer. If you actually even look in their documents, like this is from like the federal government budget for 2024. On page 180, if Americans die younger, the U.S. government can save $5.1 trillion. If they live longer, the deficit gets worse. Now ask yourself, why is our food filled with hormone disruptors and carcinogens? Why are kids getting over 88 vaccine doses by age 18? Why is the sky sprayed with heavy metals? Why is the water loaded with fluoride and microplastics? Why did they force an mRNA shot on the entire world with zero long-term safety data? Because this was never about health. It was always about fiscal survival through depopulation. They don't want you healthy, they need you sick and dead by 65. This isn't a conspiracy theory, this is an accounting strategy. The conspiracy isn't that they're trying to kill us. The conspiracy is that they wrote it down and you weren't supposed to notice. Yeah, they're literally trying to kill everybody. Like the whole Trump regime, all of them.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right.
The U.S. government.
There you go. So they already had a plan in mind, to try to save $5.1 trillion. All right. They said, like you heard him say, they put things in the food. We already know the hospital scene is not where it's at. And I got to be careful with my words. Hopefully this video stays up because he did say whatever. You heard what he said. But you see what's going on, man. You see what's going on behind the scenes of what they're trying to do. All right. That's why it's very important. You look at the back of the food that you have. You look at the nutrition label, see all of the ingredients in it, and you pretty much try to stay away from it. But the thing is, you can't stay away from it because even if you go to the organic section of the store, we already know that Esau did something to a lot of those things too, man. You can't get away from it, point blank, period. That's why it's very important to pray over your food. It's very important just to pray, period. All right. And that's one of the ways to let you know that there is a power out here. There is a God out here. His name is Yahweh, and he has a son, and his name is Yahweh Shai. All right. This is one of the ways to let you know that they do exist. Because technically, we should have been dead a long time ago. We got to consume this food every single day. But the Most High is keeping us alive. And one of the reasons why he's keeping us alive for our sakes right now is to do this work. And he's keeping a lot of these other people alive for a wicked judgment. All right. Their wicked reward. Point blank, period. But Esau is doing the most behind the scenes to get rid of people so then he can save $5.1 trillion. And he the one that got himself into this situation in the first place. That's showing you that he is the wicked, man. He is the wicked. Now let's go back to Job. Let's go to Job 13. We're going to go to Job chapter 13. And then we start at verse 1. It says, Lo, mine eye have seen all this. Mine ear hath heard and understood it. What ye know, the same do I know also. I am not inferior unto you. Surely I will speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with the Most High. But you are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. All right. Because pretty much they have this thing called pseudoscience, and they have all of these over the counter so-called healers. I'm gonna say that because, like I said, I'm gonna be careful with my words with this video. They have all of these healers that pretty much don't do anything for you. All right. You heard what he said in the video. We saw and witnessed what happened 5 years ago, what they did to the world and what they're still doing today. Right now. All right. They're telling people come see us. And then if you come see us, you'll be cured of everything. But we already know that's a lie. We already know that's a lie. A lot of people perished because of that, man. They perished because they lied to you. It says, but you are forgers of lies. You are physicians. You are all physicians of no value. They can do nothing for you. They have no value. All right. There's nothing special about them. Point blank, period. Because their mission is not to help you out. Their mission is not to keep you living. All right. Their mission is to slowly but surely get rid of you, like we just heard within a video. All right. Now let's go to Psalms chapter 28. We're going to go to Psalms 28. start at verse 1. It says, a Psalm of David. It says, unto thee will I cry, O Lord Yahweh, my rock. Be not silent to me, lest if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit. Hear the voice of my supplications when I cry unto thee, and when I lift up my hands toward thy holy oracle. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. Give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands. Render to them their desert. Yeah, their desert. No water, no survival. All right. Dry air, nothing but heat. Walking around, no hope. All right. This is what we want for Esau. Because why? Because they speak peace to their neighbor, but mischief, trouble is in their hearts. They'll literally get on these commercials. You'll see all of these ads. You'll see all of these billboards, so forth and so on, telling you, if you come toward us, we'll help you out. But in the back of their mind, they already know what's going on, man. They already know what's going on. They look like an angel, but they're the devil in disguise. All right. That's who they are. They spit game to these people, and these people eat it up, man. They believe it. They be like, okay, well, they said everything is going to be okay. They said, as long as we listen to them and do what they told us to do, then we'll be in a better position. But they keep proving to you over and over and over again that that is not the case, man. That is not the case. They plan you all every single day, man, every single day. And a lot of you all are in bad condition. When you walk outside and look at the majority of these people, they're in horrible condition, man. A lot of people can't walk correctly. A lot of people are disabled. A lot of people are straight up sick every single day. And instead of a lot of people taking care of themselves, they go right back to Esau. And Esau give them whatever it is that they feel like it's necessary for them. People take it, and now look, they hooked on it, man. They hooked on it. I know people, you know, just like you be seeing in the movies and the TV shows, people be going in the bathroom, you open up the cabinet, you see nothing but just bottles everywhere, man. People hooked on it. And they can't get away from it. Like drug addicts. Because guess what? That's what it is. When you go to the store, you go to Walgreens, CVS pharmacy, or whatever the case may be, they be like, here's your drugs. And they get you hooked on it. But people can't see that. People can't see that because they don't have any patience, because they're trying to get rid of the pain or whatever it is that they're going through. They're trying to get rid of it quickly. So they go to Esau. But guess what, man? Esau only does things for you temporarily. That's it. Just like we saw in the video, he doesn't want to heal you. Point blank, period. Let's get Revelation chapter 6. We're going to get Revelation chapter 6. Then we're going to go to verse 8. And it says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. This is Esau right here, man. All right. Death and hell followed with him. Wherever Esau goes, these two things are going to follow him. Power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth. He has power over the earth right now. And he uses his blessing, which is the sword, to kill a lot of people, definitely, by giving a lot of these weapons, especially to you Jakes out there. He gives a part of his weapons to you all, so you all can kill each other. All right. Then it says with hunger. All right. We already know that he poisons the food, so forth and so on. And with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Everything that Esau touches, it never lasts, man. It never lasts. That's why you're seeing a lot of these animals become extinct. You're seeing the earth not correctly. It's not functioning right. Because he's in rulership. And this is why we need a new ruler. A new ruler is coming, and his name is Yahushua, which is our Lord. All right. Now let's get one last script. No, not one last one. Hold on. We got to get Psalms. We got to get Psalms 55. Then we're going to start at verse 1. It says, a Psalm of David, give ear to my prayer, O power, and hide not thyself from my supplication. Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make a noise because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. My heart is sore pain within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. Yeah, horror. We are literally living in a horror movie. When you walk outside, it's dreadful. Point blank, it's dreadful, man. Scary out here. And I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest. We always say that, man. If it wasn't for the ministry, all of us would have been away from this place already, man. We would have learned how to live in the wilderness and just said, fuck it, man. Get away from society. Let these people go ahead and destroy themselves and live in this whack ass world. We would have been gone. But we got a job to do. Verse 7, it says, lo, then would I wander far off and remain in the wilderness, Selah. I will hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst thereof. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. All right. Lies, false tales. All right. And guile depart not from her streets. Wickedness is in the midst thereof here on earth. And it's not departing. All right. This is what we're witnessing every single day. And it's because of the current ruler of this earth. And this is why he got to go. One of the many reasons. Many reasons he got to go. Because this is who he is. He is the wicked. This is the only way he knows how to operate. He's done such a great job at being a damn devil, but that people are literally comfortable living in filth. They're comfortable with this shit, man. People wake up with a smile on their face. I go to work every morning, man. People be full of joy. Full of joy, man. Happy as hell that they at work and everything. I'll be like, do y'all live in the same universe as me? When I wake up and then I'll clock in and everything like that. First of all, I'm not even a morning person as it is. Then, you know what I'm saying, you clock in and then next, you know, people just all happy and talking all loud, this and that. I'll be like, man, what the hell, man? I'll be like, I hate this shit. But the thing is, a lot of people hate their current situation. They try to make the most of it. They try to make a better situation out of it. But at the same time, I'm like, you talk about things like this, people, they try to cover it up. They try to say it's not that bad. They don't want to believe that they're living in this current world. They don't want to believe that they're living in a world that's killing them on the daily, man. They're just going along with the flow. But we getting tired of going along with the flow. And we glad that this place is going down the drain, man. It's going down the drain and we couldn't be happier. Let's get loud. Now let's get this last scripture and close it out. We're going to get Sirach chapter 10, verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Yeah. We have a wicked ruler. Now look at what we have. We have wicked people. All right. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right. Esau is an unwise king, and he is destroying his people. He the one that put himself in his debt. All right. And now, in order for him to save $5.1 trillion, he decided to poison the food, poison the water, poison the air, give you healers that's not going to help you. All right. That's just so you can keep continuing to see him for help. And then you can perish by the time you're 65 or earlier, because there's a lot of people that's not even making it to that age these days, man. Then they give you the foods that you're not supposed to eat, like pork, shrimp, so forth and so on. And they tell you these are the delicacies. These are the ways to go. So yeah, they get rid of you even quicker. You ain't even got to wait until 65, man. They getting rid of you before then. But this is their plan, though. So then they can try to save money and they can try to stay afloat, even though they the ones that put themselves in this situation. Wild as hell. Here's the point in verse 4. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. All right. And that's going to be Yahushua. The power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord. All right. That's why it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, Salakia. All right. The Lord gave Esau this temporary crown, so to speak. He just gave him this rulership for just a little bit of the time, just so he could punish us, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. But now his rulership is getting ready to be up. And Esau knows it. As far as the elites are concerned, they know it. But the ones beneath him, they don't know. But in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. When Yahushua comes back, we ain't got to worry about videos like this. Videos like this ain't going to exist in the kingdom. We ain't got to worry about being like, oh, man, why is the water poisoned or the food and so forth and so on. Yahushua is going to come back and he's literally going to make them clean it up. And I'm not saying that he's a straight up Edomite. He may be Jake. You never know. But I'm just saying, since he's on the screen, we're going to say them. All right. He's going to make them, along with the other heathen nations, clean this whole earth up, man. And we're going to watch him do it. We're not going to lift a finger. We're not going to do shit, man. It's their turn. So at the end of the day, yeah, this is what they want. They want you to disappear so then that way they can try to stay afloat. Some bullshit, man. Some bullshit to the fullest. But that's Esau for you. You can't get rid of him right now. Yahushua is going to get rid of him, though, man. Yahushua is going to get rid of him along with the 144,000 angels. And we can't wait. We can't wait. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham Rachaa Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.